Good morning, students. Today I am here with the first chapter of civics, that is understanding diversity. We know that unity in diversity, that is the special feature of India. In this chapter we have to understand diversity. What is meant by diversity, how it occurs, etc. First, see diversity. Diversity occurs in terms of regions, religions, culture, languages, etc. Before we go in detail about this chapter, understanding diversity, let me tell you that this chapter, first chapter of civics, understanding diversity, it is the fundamental chapter that laid the foundation of other chapters. It means first you understand this chapter, it will help you to understand the remaining chapters of civics. So friends, pay attention. Diversity, it occurs in terms of regions, religions, culture, languages, etc. It means when we look in detail about our country, there are different regions in India. Mountainous regions, deserts, plateaus, plains, coastal areas. So this shows diversity. Second, religions. Various religions are practiced, they are followed by different people in our country. We all know this very well. Third one, culture. As different types of people used to live in our country, they follow different religions, they use different languages, various languages they are also spoken in India. They are celebrating various festivals, they have their own traditions, customs, and due to this there is variations in culture. Variety of culture, it is also found in India. Languages, many languages, dialects, they are spoken all over India. The mother tongues of different people, they are different. Languages, they are differ from one state to another, from one region to another region. All these that responsible for diversity. This suggests that in India there is diversity. We understand further caste system and inequality. In ancient time, the society was based on caste system. The profession of father was continued by his son, by his generations. Due to this, many of the times the low income people, they remained lower only. Due to this, that led later on, such situation led to the inequality. So inequality, it comes about when a person does not have the resources and opportunities that are available to the other person. It means when a person has more opportunities and more facilities, and comparison to that person, such facilities, opportunities are not available to another person, that result into inequality. This inequality, diversity, that is nicely explained in our textbook with the example of Samir 1 and Samir 2. When you read the first chapter, understanding diversity, very nice explanation given. This explanation is given indirectly by the help of the example of Samir 1 and Samir 2. Samir 1, he belongs to Hinduism. Samir 2, he belongs to, he was Muslim. Samir 1, he was going to school. It means he has the opportunity to attend the school. Whereas Samir 2, he has not the opportunity to attend the school, and hence he used to sell newspapers. By the example of this Samir 1 and Samir 2, we can see that the name of both, they are same. Samir 1, he belongs to Hinduism. Samir 2, he comes from Islam, Muslim. Samir 1 has facility to attend the school, Whereas Samir, though, as he is poor, he has not facility to attend the school. Besides that, he sells newspapers. This also suggests that diversity as well as inequality. So this diversity that occurs in terms of regions, religions, culture, languages, etc. and inequality, it comes about when a person does not have the resources and opportunities that are available to other person. When you read the chapter, first chapter, this is explained, this diversity as well as inequality, they are explained indirectly with the help of example Samir A and Samir. Another topic, that is what a person writes. If I asked you to write on whatever topic, that time you may choose different topics for writing. It means the choice of individual that is different. What a person writes: childhood memories, accounts of kings, life of forest, fights and friendship, values and education, fantasy, fiction, etc. These are various topics on which usually people choose to write. This writing, it also shows diversity. The people have different ideas, they have different intellectuality, and due to that the writing, it differs from person to person. All this writing that laid the foundation for, or that evolved the thought process or thought models for development of political science. That is also important, that what a person writes, that also helps to develop for the development of political science. Next comes that cultural assimilation. Cultural assimilation, it means cultures integration. How different cultures they integrated, how different cultures they are assimilated. In ancient time, people use various transportation, means of transportation such as camel, sheep, foot on by foot. Later on, due to the advancement of technology, they have started using bus, plane, train. Why people moved from one place to another? From ancient time, for various purposes, people moved from one place to another, such as famine, drought, for trade, job, or war-like situation. These are various factors that compel the people to move from one place to another, and this was also from ancient time. City people, they depend on market. City people, that urban people, they depend on market, while the people of villages, it means the rural people, they depend on the farms or the geographical factors. If we look this, that cultural assimilation, people move from one place to another place for various purposes, such as for trade, for job. They moved from one place to another due to war, due to famine, due to drought. They, while moving, they use different means of transportation. When they move from one place to another place, they are not only moving physically, but along with them, they also carry their own culture. And this culture is mingled, is mixed with the culture of that particular place. And in this way, the culture, they are assimilated, integrated, mixed. That is one of the topics, that cultural assimilation. How cultures, they are assimilated, how the culture, they are integrated. In understanding diversity, we are given the case study of Ladakh and Kerala. By giving this case study, we can understand that diversity. First, we talk about Ladakh. Ladakh, it is located in north of India. It is a cold desert. What the people, they get water from melting snow. Pashmina wool production is found in Ladakh. The staple food of the people of Ladakh, that is meat and milk. The people of Ladakh, they own some goats and cows. The people, they do the trading through Tibet route, and the trade, that is of textiles, spices, raw silk and carpets. The people of Ladakh, they loved songs. That is why Ladakh, it is rich in songs and more poets they are found. There is spread of Buddhism and Islam in this particular region. Other religions are found, but the people they follow Buddhism and Islam more in Ladakh. This is the information about Ladakh. We move to the second one, that is Kerala. It is surrounded by sea. Here there is production of pepper, cardamom and cloves. In Kerala, Jews and Arabs, they came first. In Kerala, besides other religions, there is spread of Christianity. More Christianity, there is an influence of Christianity in Kerala. Ibn Battuta, one of the writers, he wrote about the life of Muslims. Vasco da Gama, he also landed there, and the staple food, the main food of the people of Kerala, that is rice and fish. When we look these points, they are showing the diversity found in two different regions. Ladakh, it is of north region, in north part of India, in Kerala, in south part of India. This is about that understanding diversity. By looking at these points, we can state that there is a diversity between Ladakh and Kerala. Thank you. Now we discuss the last topic of the chapter, that is unity in diversity. In the beginning of the chapter, I have told you that unity in diversity, that is the special feature of India. India has diverse climatic conditions, different religions, different regions, different cultures. There also unity is found in India. In ancient time, if we look in the history of India, we can come to know that when India was a British colony, to free India from the clutches of Britishers, Indian people, they started various movements, and during that time unity was prevailing among the people of India. The Britishers, to rule over India, they adopted the policy divide and rule. That policy was failed because the people of India, in spite of having diversities, they united and fought against the British, and hence we got independence. If you have in history of India, there was a tragedy, Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. In that tragedy, many people lost their lives. These people, they belong to different religions, different regions, having different cultures. That also specifies unity in diversity. Various songs, symbols and the national anthem, they also suggest unity in diversity. Our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, he wrote one of the books named Discovery of India. In this book, he has talked about, he has noted about the unity of India. The phrase unity in diversity, I repeat, the phrase unity in diversity, it was first used by Jawaharlal Nehru. So unity in diversity, that is an outstanding, that is a significant, a special feature of India. Thank you, students.